Hello everyone, this is Maradius, and today we are continuing my 100% run of Super Mario Galaxy. Of course, we are continuing as Luigi, because we still have a whole lot less to sorry, a whole lot more to do. Right, let's get our 20 lives. Still addressed to the wrong person. Being a bit ungrateful, but what do I know? Hello again, Luca Lima. Nice to see you. Alright, let's get started. I guess we did pretty much finish up the kitchen, so we can just go right into the bedroom. I could do that, but I won't. So, starting with Gusty Garden. Yeah, alright. See the secrets. Wait, first of all, I hope I didn't just forget about other Luigi. Well, I mean, I guess he should have sent a letter. I did go to the mail toad. It wasn't there. So, I guess nothing to worry about there. Alright. Obviously, I'm a bit low. I'm running a bit close with the star bit count, so I definitely need to be a little bit more mindful getting star bits if I can. So, we're gonna do this. Remember, the secret star is just as simple as defeating the golden chomp. So I just need to beat the golden... Well, I need to do that whole sequence getting the star correctly. Thank you for all the star bits. One of these is the one we can kill. Well, not like that, but... There we go. There we go. Oh, this wasn't the right way to go, was it? Well... back the correct way we go, I guess? There we go. Alright. Now let's try and catch this rabbit fast instead of floundering about. Fortunately, we are fast as Luigi, so this shouldn't be too much of an issue. Okay, jumped on twice. But that works, I guess. I caught you even easier this time. Don't say, oh, it's going to be harder next time. It wasn't. Alright, let's see. Gravity Scramble or Major Burrows next? I think it's Major Burrows. Though I don't fully remember. Yep, it's Major Burrows. Alright, let's try to actually go to that one planet I missed on my first run through. Because I didn't realize you had to actually use the pole stars to reach it. It's this one over here, the ring one. Okay. Up here. Got all the starbits. Or most of the starbits. Good enough. Alright, let's get rid of these guys. Okay, there's just one. Okay. Well, let's not do that. They're just going circles around me. They're about to get 2 for the price of 1, but then we kind of didn't do that. Alright, just one more, I think. It's so hard to... Come on, come back here. And there we go. Alright, I think now we can go to that one planet I mentioned. It is kind of weird that they made this be so easily missable, though. Like, what was the point? Oh, we need more star bits. We don't really need more lives, so I don't really know why I went for that. But, just how it is. Grab more star bits. Do we really need... I guess we just keep going. There's another one up that I'm just going to ignore this time. Okay, that should be everything. Alright, and then we just go in. We'll see if the boulders act up this time. Gather star bits from you, and go over here. Okay. I still don't know why that one went all weird. Honestly, the rolling pattern did seem a little odd in that one. But whatever works for them, I guess. I'm just wanting to keep... Okay, no, it's still rolling around that one. I just thought maybe it was doing something a little different. Alright, so does doing that throw it off? No? It's got a stable... Okay, well... Thought maybe there would be something, but I guess not. But we don't need to bother ourselves with this. Okay, stop doing backflips. Alright, well, time to easily crush some major burrows. Guy does not learn how easy it is to be taken out. Well, okay, now he's being a little more stubborn. There's not enough to get him out. Well, okay, maybe... I guess you gotta wait for him to pop out. I'm forgetting basic things right here. Oh, I mean, he's still easy to trounce. Okay, well, I'm kind of just looking like an idiot now. Alright, let's do it right this time. Alright, actually pop up, please. And there we go. Easy peasy. Minus all the mistakes I did. In fact, well, yeah. And we're probably going to get the Daredevil Comet. Of course. So, well, I can't repeat that performance for the Daredevil Comet because I took damage. I'm going to try to avoid that if we get the Daredevil Comet. Nope, need to save our game just to speed this up a little. No Comet yet, alright. Okay, let's not mess up killing the Golden Chomp this time. Preferably also not screw up when we do the Gravity Scramble. Mole still can't beat the classic Super Mario Bros. 3 or Super Mario World Molux. You're not talking about the big moles, right? Because I know that there's like the big ones with sunglasses. It's technically different from the other Monty moles. I don't believe these ones are supposed to be Monty moles. I almost messed it up again. Good job, me. They're just a different class of mole altogether. And there we go. We did it without failing miserably. Now do we get the Daredevil Comet? No. Okay. Alright. Let's keep going. Oh, we're not getting the Golden Chomp killed this time. I'm sorry. It's always so tempting to just spin right after, because, you know, you're pressing the spin button so much to go up the straddle line. Alright, now we just dodge these. And there we go. Don't need those coins. Don't know why I bought you. Okay, well, that's not helpful. Gravity. Oh, let's call it a gravity scramble for a reason. I wonder if it's possible to just skip getting it all together. Let me... Can I take a quick look? You know, I don't think it's going to be possible to skip it. Oh, I keep wanting to try out skips, and I just can't find good ones. Don't need coins. It is kind of funny just how worthless coins are in this game. I mean, like, obviously they do recover your health, and that is pretty important. But beyond that, they just don't serve any purpose. I mean, I guess in most Mario games, they don't really serve much purpose beyond restoring health, and as well as... But they do have the added benefit of 100 Coin Star. But outside of that, they just don't have much use besides restoring health. Don't need that. Can't wait to be proven wrong that I did need it. Cannon section's not been kind to me in the past, so let's hope we can get by it. There we go. Nice and easy, like it should be, instead of how bad I make it. So, unless the comets... I mean, the comet might not show up yet, which would be kind of annoying. I'd like to finish off Gusty Garden. Minus the purple coins, of course. There we go. Let's focus and actually not mess up. Few moments of music of the Daredevil Comet music only replaced with other music. It's kind of funny that like Luigi is fast enough that you can kind of just make him struggle to catch up at times. See, of course I kind of want him to catch up because otherwise I kind of can't. No. And there we go. Alright, now we're truly done with Gusty Garden, until the purple coins, of course, but I kind of consider that its own thing. So off to Freezeflame. Do not care about the storybook. I should have saved. I know I'm doing less saving, saved just a little bit of time, but I should still save every now and then just so I don't lose progress in case something happens. Alright, let's actually go to the peak instead of Baron Bird's little alcove, outcrop, whatever. Obviously, catching them is going to be super easy. Even with the whack gravity. And honestly, scaling skills aren't super relevant. You're not having to catch anything. Give me a moment. So, like, why does he even say that? So we go this way. Let's get our ice flower. And then head towards the secret. Unfortunately, I don't know much skips, so this is just gonna be... Okay, well, you don't do it like that. There we go. Now we go from ice flower to fire flower. Luigi's slipperiness will get me killed. And there we go. Off into the void. At least we start back up here. It is kind of like crazy how in this game they made the fire flower just feel so bad. It's got such a short timer, especially for the things you need it for, where you basically need to be moving all the time, otherwise you just risk running out of time and having to go back and get a new one. And it's like not really that much more powerful than a normal attack. So it's really more of an annoyance than you would think, given how good the fire flower is in normal Mario games. Yeah, you can't even spam it either. The ice flower definitely doesn't feel as bad just because you use it to pretty much just gain extra platforms, and it gives you plenty of time for that too. Alright, now we get to go fight Baron Burr. And I'm going to save my game for real this time. But of course, as bad as the fire flower feels in this game, it's definitely far from the worst power-up. I'm going to use Spring Mushroom. Honestly, a lot of the power-ups in this game are kind of mid. The bee mushroom is probably the best one just because it actually changes up your gameplay quite a decent amount without being a huge hindrance. And you can still do a lot of normal stuff, but I think that's the one they really use to its best. Whereas, well, Ice Flower, the puzzles with it are good, or decent enough at least. Fireflower, like I said, it's just feels so bad to use. It's got way too tight of a timer. The Boo Mushroom, it's neat in concept, but they don't really make use of it. Okay, I thought I was high up enough, but I guess not. Got those star bits. Spring Mushroom, of course, like I said, it's just horrible to control. It's one of those power-ups that feel more like a power down than a power up. The red star, or I'm not sure if it's red star or just flying star. Whatever it is, it's cool in theory, it just devoid of any actual use. Which is his biggest problem. Something you can't use, there's only one level you can use it in, and then the hub. And like, generally you want to be spending as little time in the hub as possible. And like, I get it, it's a really broken ability. But it just makes it hurt when there's just no point to it. Okay, that ended faster than I thought. Is it on this side or is it on the other side? Looks like it's on the other side. Well, guessed wrong then. Again, this is just kind of a weird boss. Real filler. I guess not technically, because at least it's a unique thing, whereas there's several bosses that get reused with minimal changes. Of course, I guess calling him a boss is generous. Because when you just kill him this easily, is that really... Well, I guess he's just Baron Burr, not King Burr or Emperor Burr. His fault for being so lame. Alright, on to the next one. Fire one. And then we get Fire Knife. And yeah. Somewhere in there, we're gonna get the Cosmic Comet. But not yet. And even though, like, this is the Fire Flower Showcase level, it still sucks. Alright, let's get these star chips. All these star bits too, because I need star bits. I really don't know what that Goomba is doing stuck in Crystal. They never really explain the crystals in general, because I know that in the beginning of the game, obviously, they show Bowser's forces using attacks that trap some of the toads in crystals. But it feels like there's just a few too many crystals in places where Bowser's forces just aren't. It really makes you wonder where it came from. It's just never really explained what it is, even. You know what? I'm going to grab this just to be safe. Never be too safe around these urchins. I just saw one in the distance kill itself. They are, people that exist. Alright, let's try and get this in one cycle without having to go back. Avoid these guys, because they're just going to keep coming. Come on, I can't trick shot that. There we go. Okay, let's go this way. And on to the final segment. Which is still annoying. Okay. My bad for not jumping far enough. Fortunately, with Luigi's increased speed, it shouldn't be. Never mind. Come on. Sucks. All the way back around. Hey, one of them hit. Thank goodness. And there we go. Nice. It is really kind of funny that, like, the Cosmic Comet stage is based around the last stage. And yet, it's one of the few ones that can show up before the main stage is based on is done. This is weird. Now, granted, in the original stage, it's not all ice. Bouncy ball can be annoying sometimes in this game, though. Well, if you mean like the rolling ball, it's not this one. You're thinking of Melty Molten's third star, I believe. Or maybe it's actually the second one. Yeah, he's actually kind of fast. Gotta be careful. Almost was not careful enough. But we got there in the end, and Cosmic Luigi did not. Sucks to suck. Alright, let's do Fire and Ice Collide. I just realized that the picture for the galaxy in the upper right is Fire and Ice Collide. Spoilers! Also, for Hot and Cold Collide, you don't really see much of what would actually happen when Hot and Cold collide. Which is, you know, something more in the middle. Although, realistically speaking, it'd be more of the fire than the ice. At least I think. Just because it'd be a lot harder. There's with these like mini suns, there'd be a lot more heat than the ice could ever hope to really dissipate. Alright, let's be careful and not really dumb. Can I just, like, find a way to jump up? I can! Though it kind of doesn't help. Well, you know, actually, that is pretty decent. Don't have to worry about the stupid urchins on the other side who killed me a bunch last time. And there we go. Alright, off to the ending sequence. That took much faster. Or that took much less time than the previous time I did this as Mario. Thank goodness too. Luigi once again proving he's better than Mario. I should probably check on the delivery code because poor other Luigi is probably scared out of his mind in Honeyhive right now. And I've probably just been ignoring him a little bit. And there we go. That's a good skip. Well, so it might not be as good as Mario, because Mario has slower speed, I think, than Luigi. So you might not, this is the time you spend jumping up the walls might just be lost. But hey, at least I did a skip. After having failed doing skips for who knows how long. Excuse me. Alright, let's see, is other Luigi in trouble? He sure is. Unless this is just another letter for Luigi, okay. Alright, off to Honeyhive. And once we do that, of course, other Luigi is just out of the picture forever. So he's obviously up there. Not gonna let me do this, huh? Alright, we'll go the intended way. You don't need to talk to me. I've already done that mission you're referring to. Hey, I wasn't really, well. Stop making me waste star bits. Oh, hey, me? I hit, yep, yeah, I don't need to read that. Should have said buzz off. You know what? You're right, I really should. Alright, now we can go back to the bedroom. I think we have Dune Galaxy next. Game. And let's get going. just take this shortcut instead of having to go the long way around. And of course, once we're done with the bedroom, we're just going to go straight to finding Bowser, just so we can get the purple coin comets out there. And also to make it so that the Bowser fights are done in different streams. I need to remember that the secret star is on the 3rd star. That was a bit risky, but it's fine. Guess I should have gone up, but no, it's fine. All right, well that's fine on me. Avoid the quicksand. Not the time for tricks, Luigi. Get all the star bits. Get most of the star bits, really. Oh boy, Firefly, that's not really helpful. I mean, I guess this is the one time where it doesn't feel atrocious, just because it's actually mildly useful and not mandatory. I messed up the timing on that. Thank you for stopping. Yep, that invulnerability frames just let me time it super easily. Now we climb up this thing. Rude? Trying to avoid getting hit by those. Let's grab a 1-up while we're out here, just in case. I'm not kidding. We don't need 1-ups. Alright, now we go up here. That will do. Okay, not far enough. There we go. You know what? I do not care about the star bits that much to go out of my way. Probably don't want to go out that way just yet. I want to go up top. And there we go. Right, that's the first star done. On to the second star. Let's see, which one was this? It wasn't Sand Spiral, I'm pretty sure. It's probably Bigmouth. Yeah, that's what it should be. Hope I have enough. 800. Alright, we're good for now. We're not cutting it too close. Alright, let's go rescue Captain Toad. Actually, I'm just curious. Can you climb up on top of this? There's not really much to gain by doing so, but I'm just a wee bit curious. No, they screw you. Okay. Should have expected this would have been no fun allowed. So, man, how crazy is it that they have treasure chests that require the murder of a golden Koopa? Presumably a very rare and endangered species in order to be able to rig. Oh, I need to be careful that I don't run out of air because I'm spinning so much. Let's swim normally. Annoying, but it's what we gotta do. Avoid the Gringills. Last one should just be around here somewhere. Yep, there it is. I had that coming. Let's actually navigate. Good thing those bony fish... Well, not really bony, but... Let's be glad that they do not cause harm. Alright, the exit was over this way. And then we can see a bunch of boos. Who made a very poor life decision. Hello again, Captain Toad. Okay, so now we can probably go get the green star in Dusty Dune, and then we'll go do the trial galaxies. Which, again, shouldn't be that difficult. You know, we'll save again from that. And we got several more stars to go in the bedroom before we can move on. I'll say once again, it is kind of whack that they have the ability to launch you off to very specific spot, like several light years away. They managed to shoot you in a spot that happens to be a hospital place to land, and yet they just... Okay, let's do this right. They just cannot be bothered to send you to a place that's actually closer to where you're trying to get to. And like you do fine with the Daredevil Comet ones. Or well, not Daredevil Comet. Well, yes, Daredevil Comets, but with various Prankster Comets. You go to a very convenient spot. Alright. Okay, just 20. We have way more than enough. Green stars are cheap these days, apparently. I would say, like, imagine a Luma transforming into something that doesn't give you anything of value, but then again, that is pretty much what happens to the first one, because it just provides a platform, or a planet to use to traverse in order to reach the actual goal of that episode. So if you buy the idea that this planet was created by this Luma, and everything in it, including the green power star, were created by this Luma, then it's whack that a non-green Luma ended up transforming into a green power star. Nice camera angle. A sneak peek of what's coming. And there goes our future vision. And somewhere around here should be the last one. And there we go. I guess it didn't turn into a green star. It turned into silver stars that make up a green star. I don't think the difference is really that meaningful, but whatever works. I guess you can do that. I didn't know that. But I guess that checks out. But let's take a break from Dusty Dune and go to Trial Galaxies. Don't care about the storybook, sorry. Well, I already know what's waiting out there for me, so, but it won't be much of an issue. I don't know if I'm going to do them in the same order, just because I can't remember which one's which. Do yellow, green, blue, probably. Rolling Gizmo, I think that is, in fact, the one we did first. Let's hope it's as easy as the first time I did this as Mario. If not, oof. Not. Yeah, let's be careful. Smash your way through. All these star bits, well, I mean, I can sort of collect them, but it's dangerous to try and manipulate. I had more than enough time to just go then and there, but it's fine. Dodge them. Off to the last section. And there we go. Nice and easy as it should be. Well, I mean, I guess it shouldn't be easy, but it was easy enough for me. At this point, I will take it. On to the next one. Obviously, I'm going to save after each one of these just because I don't want to have to redo them. Ignore the fact that I'm technically redoing them because I'm playing as Luigi. And thus having to do all these over again. Okay, Bubble Blast, yep, that is the one I did second. This is also the only one that gave me any trouble. Of course, that was because I was being stupid, but maybe we can avoid being stupid this time. I think that would be very nice. But what do I know? All those star bits. Good enough. Let's not be too hasty. Alright, nice start. Let's do the other 4, hopefully just as easily. Wishful thinking on my part, probably. Okay, well, this is just the easiest section. Let's not delude ourselves with the haunt coins. That one was a little close, but we're fine. Only 2 more. Obviously, we don't need to go for that one. Just like that, and there we go. 1 more. And then we gotta get back. And then we also have to do the final section first. Hopefully my momentum doesn't get me killed. Alright, I was greedy. I should not have done that. Let's do them in reverse order. Maybe that way I won't make the same stupid mistake. I don't know why I thought I had time. Just wait. It really does feel like you have enough time, but clearly I didn't. Oh well, it does mean more star bits for us. Little dumb on my part. Once again, this proves to be the most challenging of all the trial galaxies. Not that it's like that hard, I just waste more time here than I need to. Especially when I go that far. I overshoot that much. Definitely should not breed. Let's go up around this way. Alright, let's focus. And not be super dumb. Now, that's a big ask. Something I just need to do. This one's pretty much free. This one isn't. That was a little greedy. I maybe shouldn't have done that, but we're fine in the end. Well, we're not at the end yet, so I probably should not jinx myself. And there we go. Off to the second part, which is also annoying. Now we have bullet bills. Not that they're really a threat, but, you know. Alright, we did that second section just fine. That's at least some improvement. Alright, one more Trial Galaxy to go. It's back to Dusty Dune. I think we now have the 60 stars needed to go to the center of the universe. Of course, we're still missing the one grand star you need to do that, but, you know, fine. Alright, Loopdeeswoop time. This one shouldn't really be any trouble at all. That's it. I was like, is this the galaxy's greatest wave? Given how small these galaxies are, that's not really... That doesn't really mean much. Now, if it was like the greatest wave in the universe, now you're talking. I mean, it's probably wrong. but at least it would be meaningful. We just gotta take it nice and careful. Really, it's funny because like this one is just so generous compared to the other ones. You can take it, it's not really that hard to control. You can take it slow, and it's not really going to impact your results. And it's kind of funny, they said, like, you know what, we're going to choose this to be one of our ultra challenging levels. I mean, it's probably challenging if you're going for fast time, but we're not doing that here. I almost got myself killed. Good enough. Works for me. It's not an easy time. I mean, it wasn't that hard. One thing considered, if you can make it through the course, that's pretty average. Oh, but what do I know? I only come here once and then leave. It's not like I'm an expert on this sort of thing. Right, back to Dusty Dune. Okay, don't know why I jumped in that weird spot. Blasting through the sand. This is obviously the one that has the red comet. Or well, the speedster comet. Man, also, that's the one that had green star. Just get trounced, dude. Alright, now we gotta go over there. Well, what? I just teleported back? Huh? Okay. I don't get it. The universe is a weird and wild place, I guess. Okay, now we just need the last two. You know what, let's take the other path. I don't know what actual... Oh, I'm not sure if these laser guys were on the other side or not. Oh well, doesn't hurt to do things just a little differently. The room that doesn't really need to exist. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Forget the 1-up. We don't need it. Okay, and then we just... That just straight up takes you to... We're close to the end. Alright, so we need to go all the way around, or don't we? That's a really dangerous thing to do. Just because it can get you killed. Not get hit by the debris. I really want a long jump over there, but I know they'll just get me killed. And there we go. Slowly building upper starbit counts. They get really greedy near the end of the game. So gotta make sure we get enough. Alright, I need to not forget where the secret star is here. Just need to get through the first section, and then I think... If you see that little planet right there above the big tower, that's the one we need to go to. Right where my cursor is, right over there. That has anything you can do, which will lead the way to the secret star. I mean, there's nothing like really necessitating that we do the secret star first, but still. Grab that, because why not? Wonder how that Koopa feels when all of his buddies are just dead and skeleton. Which one? There's treasure chest, and now we can just climb up to get the rest. Easy, buddy. Wall jump, please. Okay, not that way. And there we go. That should lead us to the secret star. I should probably grab all these star bits. Come on. Thank you. No thank you, because you really just botched it up, Mr. Bullet Bill. I don't want to have to go through... Okay, come on. I don't want to have to go through the whole raising and lowering sequence again. I'm doing a poor job of this. Isn't there an easier way to get up? No. Alright, fine. We'll do the raising and lowering again. No! Oh, bullet bills are so stupid. Oh, let's give it another shot. Ah. My bad. Excuse me. Alright, well now we need to wait for him to come back. Lovely. Once again, they are too stupid for their own good. Well, you were right there! You don't need to do this to me. When I do a partial 100% like story mode percent, so anything with like infinitely, so like anything like Mario Maker, I would only do the official levels in story mode. But at that point, I just about gave up. At that point, I don't think that would make a very interesting playthrough to do. So I probably just wouldn't play Super Mario Maker 2. But that's only true for a game where like the main focus is all the user-generated content instead of the dev-made content, if that makes sense. So, like, if we take a game that has a big focus on user-created content, but has a lot of main content, I would be willing to 100% that. And I would not count the user-created content as something that needs to be 100%. Because you just can't. And at some point, it just becomes repetitive and boring. You go through so many levels. Especially when, like, a lot of things are above my skill level. But yeah, the Super Mario Maker 2, probably not going to happen. You say that, but, like, in theory, it is possible to beat them all. Because there were people that did beat them all. But it sounds like that would just be a really not fun time. I'd much rather do other things than stream a bunch of random Mario Maker levels. You know, we don't need that. course, like with the state of, I'm not even sure if you can play all the old levels again. I don't. Well, maybe that's just Super Mario Maker 1. I don't really remember how it worked. What parts got shut down. You hope the next Mario Maker brings outfits back? That would definitely be interesting. If they can do interesting stuff. I mean, like, we did get the Link power-up. And that was a very fun way of doing things. You could argue it wasn't very Mario Maker, but it was fun. But I don't know if they're going to make another Mario Maker. I guess the thing is that the new Super Mario Bros. Games were arguably very formulaic. And like, not fully, but like, you get what I mean. Can I just... Okay, let's maybe not mess with the cactus guy. But a Mario Maker kind of made sense because they made a lot of games in that style, and then they could also just expand some of the older ones. But I feel like I'd rather them just work on making another game that's unique and innovative, like Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Oh, you're just gonna hide like that? It's rude. Of course, it would help if I had any kind of decent aim. Where are these coconuts going? I can't aim this for the life of me. There we go. Way too long. Of course, instead of a new Mario Maker, I also would prefer to have a new Donkey Kong Country game. Because I enjoy that platforming series more than I do the Mario Bros. Ones. Well, it's not really that much of a bad thing that we're at 1 HP, because what's it gonna do? Crush us? No. It was gonna kill us in one hit with a crush if we were at 3 HP. Camera, please work with me. As I will say, like, well, of course, user create content stuff can be fun. It's just sometimes it's not as meaningful as the other one. The one on DS where you spin around. I don't know. I don't think I've played that one. You might be. There's like several ones, I think, for the DS, maybe Game Boy Advance. Like, really, the only Donkey Kong games I've played are the Donkey Kong Country games and one racing game on the Wii. But I just love the Donkey Kong Country games, especially like Returns and Tropical Freeze. Tropical Freeze is so good, at least in my opinion. Music's great. I really like the way that they integrate the levels into, or well, the level design feels very good, and they fit the theme very well. At one point, I'm definitely going to play it. What do you mean by you say you think Diddy Kong is not Donkey Kong? If you're talking about Diddy Kong Racing, that's not the game I was referring to. There's another racing game that's honestly kind of weird. In retrospect, I'm not fully sure why I played it, but I did. Grab this one. Do that, get it all in one trip around. Of course, we gotta go back. But yeah, there's some game called like Donkey Kong Barrel Blast, I think. And it was something? So like, say, carts or something, they had these pretty much belts with rocket barrels on them. I don't know, it's weird. Remember not to long jump on these. You know, also like, honestly, Donkey Kong Country 2 is a very good game. Even though it doesn't have Donkey Kong himself as being playable. I just think that, like, the environments, the music is amazing. That one. But also, like, the level design, the aesthetics, the gameplay, it's just so good. Donkey Kong Country 1 was a little more rough, but that's because it was the first one. Donkey Kong Country 3 did feel a little like they were phoning it in a bit. Mainly just because, like, they went and said, alright, so with Donkey Kong Country 2, we removed Donkey Kong and added in a new character. They're like, alright, what if we do that again? And that was just a weird choice. And the themes also just didn't flow together as well as they did in Donkey Kong Country 2 or 1. Done with that. So let's see. Honeyclimb. You do love the Final Boss music on Donkey Kong Country 1. It's very silly, but it's good. Of course, well, I would like to play the Donkey Kong Country series. That is going to be a while. I probably should get to other things. Let's get through this. Now, because I've also heard that the latest, let's just grab. Okay, no, that's coins. I don't care about coins. I heard that the latest Donkey Kong Country game, Bonanza, is just apparently it's very good. No, I have yet to play it. I don't know. It does seem... I'm not too fond of games that are a bit too sandboxy. At least for, like, 100%ing. Well, I mean, game feels too sandboxy, then it does kind of suck in times if it's not meant to be pure. I'm just about to get myself killed right here. Something like, I'm not a huge fan of, say, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, yeah, that was just me being dumb. Just because, like, they don't really... There's so much filler in those games. And I'm assuming there's not really filler in Bonanza, despite, like, having completely destructible environments, and they do make it very good, apparently. So I hope it's fun. I'm definitely going to play it at some point, but whether it's on this channel now, I don't know. I still need to get a Switch too, but that's going to be something I get later. Anyways, Donkey Kong has a lot of good games. That's all I really need to say. So does Mario. Right, let's just keep making our way through. Gonna be fighting Bowser soon. Because after this we have Dark Matter Plant, and then it's off to Galaxy Reactor. Alright, let's try to not die horrible deaths. What am I doing, honestly? Luigi is too slippery for his own good. I really need to learn to be less reckless. It is not what I meant to do, but thank you. Oh, we're not dead yet, so that's nice. Alright, well, I find that I'm still getting shoved, even though, like, literally disintegrating. Alright, let's not be greedy. I can be greedy here. Yep, see? Just fine. That one up can just go free. Just be careful. Got through that section just fine. Just grab that, because why not? Alright, let's beat Bowser up. Now, I know when we fought Bowser at the Star Reactor, I know there's that question of him, like, moving really, really slow. And I watched previous footage. I didn't even, like, mean to knock him back with a spin, but that worked. And he really just does move that slow when you hit him for the first time in the first battle. It's fun discovering all this tech, just make it go faster. Just make a complete mockery of them. Okay, I was not quick enough to do that. Okay, he spins too quickly. It will just be faster if I let him do his thing. Take a look at what you said and hold it. Just let me. So I see the van that makes Bowser say I rank you on this. No, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. Well, time to go hunt Bowser down to his house in the center of the universe and beat him up again. I know we said we're spacing out the Bowser fights, but I mean the Galaxy Reactor Bowser fights. Don't worry about posting links. I'll take a look at some point. I'm not going to hold up during stream, though. Also, what do you mean you've ascertained the location? We've known where she is. The center of the universe. Do you really need to do all that special trouble to figure out where it's at? Just go to the center. And like, I know it's not quite that simple, but you know, they make it seem a lot easier than it should be. Alright, we'll save Peach as soon as we can now instead of just... It can take forever. All right, the UFO is here. It kind of just doesn't do anything, but it's there.
Go, Luigi.
All right, let's see how quickly we can do this. Well, that's not very quick. Not really doing a good job in the fast department. But it's fine. Okay, not really my best moment, but I did a little bit of styling on Bowser. That's totally what I'm doing. Alright, let's not get too ahead of ourselves, Luigi. Try to avoid dying. Enjoy the low health noise. And now you don't have. Didn't really need to slip off there, Luigi, but whatever. What are you? Stop doing the worm! What are you doing? Hello there, Mysterious Star. Nice to see you. I'm trying to beat Bowser as Luigi for the first time. Well, I mean, I'm not having trouble in the defeating Bowser part. I'm just having trouble on the getting to Bowser part. Yeah, I've not really. Sometimes they just do weird interactions in the game. Let's try to have that not happen. Let's be patient. Please long jump properly. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. That was my own fault. But we have coins here, so it's not a problem. Alright, off to beat up Bowser. Just a really unnecessary sequence here. 100% of this game 3 separate times in there now. Yeah, there's all sorts of things that just happen that you wouldn't normally see. Happens with a big enough sample size, I guess. I like how it just makes all the platforms disappear when you get there. Like, yeah, we didn't need those anyways. What's crazy is that this thing behind it isn't even like the star that goes supernova in the ending. Or, well, not supernova per se, but it turns into a black hole. This is always the form I have the most trouble with, just because it's different than everything else. Do phase 2. Just make an absolute mockery of him. Can't stop that early. And there we go. Now we gotta sit through the whole credit sequence again, just so we can unlock the ability to do purple coin comets, so we can unlock the ability to see this cutscene again, but with something else at the end. What do you mean by that? Were you talking about how when you get hit by the flames, then it just stops he just stops his rolling immediately? Yeah, that is kind of weird. I'll have to take a check just to see if speedrunners do use that trick. They probably just have some way to just kill him super fast, but yeah. I might as well just take a moment to look it up right now, because we got a lot of waiting to do. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's always kind of funny when, like, some ways the best way to play optimally is to not be optimal. So that Mario was just a bunch of good for nothing, huh? I guess they just don't really care that Mario's just gone completely missing. I guess they assume he'll be fine. It definitely does hurt a little bit. They make you watch this 4 times. Like, they know you've seen this before. Just put in a skip button. Galaxy 1 has the better final boss, but Galaxy 2 has the better credit sequence. Yeah, I can see that. I don't fully remember what the credit sequence is like in Galaxy 2, but I think I do generally... I could definitely believe it was better. Yeah, I can kind of see it being a bit let down. At least it was still using stuff unique to Galaxy, instead of just being something that could have been in any game. Not that this game definitely didn't do it either, but I'm getting my thoughts all mixed up. But yeah, it was pretty simplistic. Though, of course, it has been quite some time since I played Galaxy 2. My memory of the ending is definitely a bit fuzzy. I do remember having to ground pound the Planetoids to send it towards Giant Bowser, but beyond that, I don't really remember the other details. Speaking of Galaxy 2, I need to make sure I have a working Wii remote for my Wii U. Because I know back when we did the Pikmin 3 100% run, it started just going out of control. And it would... Well, I obviously want to still go through Super Mario Galaxy 2. Should have ported it. This really should have had it as be part of the 3D All-Stars. It's still worth being in here, I think. But no, gotta go back to the Wii U. Unless I'm stupid and I just missed the Switch re-release or something. But I don't think I did. What else can I ramble about since we still got quite a ways to go through the credits? I do know... I'm glad with Galaxy 2 that they don't make you replay the whole game again as Luigi. They just... Yeah, guys, that makes sense. Like, well, I definitely prefer Galaxy 1 over 2. And 2 is still definitely enjoyable. It just wasn't as enjoyable as 1. But I'm glad that they made it so you can swap through Luigi partway throughout the campaign instead of doing some weird... There's 2 Luigis and Mario's missing garbage. Of course, it also has a much more challenging bonus level. So it's got that going for it. I think. I don't really remember much of what was in Grandmaster Galaxy. I mostly just remember Champions Road from... I can't remember if it was called Champions Road in both 3D Land and 3D World, but I do remember that one a bit more distinctly.
Welcome, new galaxy.
But Grandmaster Galaxy is probably going to be a bit rough. But With how much lives like, you can get in this game, I'll get through it. 3D Land was called Special Acre. Right! They didn't have names for the levels in 3D Land. That's definitely one thing I do like about newer Mario stuff, is that when they had levels, they just give them names. It doesn't, like, really mean much, but it's a nice touch that I think makes levels stand out just a little bit more. I think it would still definitely be fun to play 3D Land on stream, but of course I do not have a way to get 3DS game on stream quite yet. Maybe someday I will, and I'll definitely go back and play 3D Land if that's the case. But instead, we're just gonna have to deal with Galaxy 2 and 3D World. Now, I didn't get the re-release 3D World with Bowser's Fury just because I didn't feel like spending the extra money at the time. So we're not gonna have Bowser's Fury. But we will have the rest of 3D World. It's still a great game. I'm still gonna have to figure out if I'm gonna do true 100% on that or not. I think I will, just because you don't need to get all the collectibles as every character. You just need to get all gold flags as every character for 100%. And just speed running every level should be doable. It shouldn't be that bad. So I like to tell myself. So now I think about, why is it showing all this? This isn't Mario's journey that we just went through. We went through Luigi's. Like, show the man some respect. Of course, there's galaxies we haven't even gone to yet in this. Keep seeing fake leaks about 40th Mario birthday stuff. I haven't seen any leaks of that sort. I probably just not in circles where that's really mentioned. I'm sure whatever they release, it'll be fun, because I play a lot of Mario stuff. And I get a lot of enjoyment out of it, but I just don't think it's going to be some new Super Mario Bros. Collection. And when you say new Super Mario Bros. Collection, you mean like a collection of the new Super Mario Bros. Game, or a new collection of Super Mario Bros. Games? Because that's kind of like two different things. Naming those things the new Super Mario Bros. Series was really dumb, especially when it comes to things like this. The DS and Wii game. I assume you also mean the 3DS and... Well, I think New Super Mario Bros. 2 is on the 3DS. As well as the New Super Mario Bros. U. So is it just those two, or is it going to have all four? Because if it doesn't have all four, then that's... Yeah, that's a good point. It's fake. Okay, yeah, then... Like I said, I don't follow this stuff.
Thank you for playing my game.
So, okay, we're through the credits. Let's go beat up some purple comets, unless it doesn't give us any. I don't know how much I would play another collection game, or another collection of Mario games. Yeah, it would, like, there is a pretty valid reason to re-release New Super Mario's 1 and 2, just because DS and 3DS aren't really... I mean, I guess, like, Wii would also probably be a good thing to release. But yeah, they don't really need to release New Super Mario Bros. U again. Alright, let's get this perfect. This is just the easy one, follow a straight line. It's really hard to mess this one up. I'll probably also play the New Super Mario Bros. Games at some point. I just don't know when. Obviously, I don't want to do too much Mario in a row. We're already doing plenty by doing all the 3D games, but I think the 2D games can wait quite a bit. I mean, like I said, I know this is a tutorial for both comets, but man, it's really just about as uncreative as you can get. You would buy it, but only because you need an excuse to play those games again and make those games easy to play. That's very valid. And like, honestly, I say maybe I wouldn't because I already have a lot of the games, but like, that would definitely... I would mean I could actually play New Super Mario Bros. 1 and 2 on stream instead of having to figure out how to get 3DS games. I mean, like, I know there's ways, but I not really have access to... Now I think about it, like, the main reason I got 3D All-Stars is because I technically don't have Nintendo 64 copy of Super Mario 64. I obviously have okay, it's not obvious, but I have Super Mario 64 DS. But I didn't have the base one, so technically speaking, there's no real problem. Now that I have a legitimate copy of Super Mario 64, there's no real problem with me playing ROM hacks of it. I haven't played any ROM hacks of it, but I could. But that's going to be something later. My problem is, like, while there's definitely great Super Mario 64 ROM hacks out there, Super Mario 64 also is really jank. At least for me. Since I didn't play it as early as I did some of the other ones, I don't have as much nostalgia for it, and while I recognize its foundations, it's just a bit rough. I recognize Sunshine's also a bit jank, but I played Sunshine back when it was expensive. You'd be able to record stream if it got re-released. Would you actually want to do it? Probably not. But now it's really nice. Not, yeah, I can definitely... It is definitely nice having the option. I probably would at some point. I did enjoy 2. I know that it's like kind of... Well... Okay, now I'd say I would play it on stream, but at the same time, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know... If we're going to be fully honest, 100% of that would probably include getting all those ridiculous coin requirements. And that just might not be very enjoyable to have on stream. So, we'll have to wait and see. Of course, we're going to have to wait for it to get re-released in the first place to even consider it, probably. But yeah. Alright, let's grab this one. Bit risky, but we're fine. Probably more efficient ways of getting over here than taking that route, but if it works, it works. Alright, let's catch this rabbit. With Luigi's speed, it should be just super easy. There we go. Nice and easy. Definitely a lot easier than it was as Mario. Well, now I gotta pay more attention, keep an eye out for purple comets. I unlocked the ability to get them, but I now need to actually follow up on that. That'll be a little bit annoying. Alright, let's get the secret star. Got to do shenanigans to get over there. Weird sliding on that log. Alright, and we should just need to go up here. We need a bubble. We don't need... Okay, let's see. Hit the bell. Right. There we go. All right, let's not go too fast. It has a really generous timer, so we can still finish it in time. Just maybe don't be so stupid. There we go. Yeah, then it really pops you way too early when you get up close to the top. Either that or I'm just not paying enough attention. Alright, let's check for comets. This is going to be annoying. Check. There's not even one out there. Why am I... Ugh. You do all this for purple comets, and then they said, you know what? I'm just not going to show up. Rude. Was it really a time save in the end if I have to waste so much time checking for purple comets? Oh, well, back to gold leaf. Probably just keep going through this until we get its purple comet and its normal comet, and then go back and check the others. Or it just might not give us those, now that I think about it. Go over here. Don't know if the bee mushroom is really needed. Certainly doesn't hurt. I guess I really could have just done some fancy jumping to get up here instead of going all the way around, but whatever. I want to go this way. Alright, well, we don't want to spin the Cataquack over. Get back up, please. Right, well, not quite. Okay. Follow me around this way. Don't get caught on geometry. Should just be over here. There we go. Took longer than it needed to, but we got there. And off to the final planet. Alright, let's scatter bee mushroom all the way up there. Am I forgetting something? Oh, yeah, obviously I need the Cataquack. But first, we get rid of that guy. We get rid of this guy, too, for good measure. Alright, I did not. Okay, just leave me alone. So now I don't want you to leave me alone. Come on. Again, I should have grabbed the coins, but I always forget. And now it's just a simple glide over to the star. Okay, now we have the let's see. You do recall China making a knockoff of Super Mario Galaxy? I mean, there's plenty of places where you can find knockoffs of stuff. If it's popular, people are going to want to make a knockoff of it. Alright, let's go check for a purple coin comet. Oh, now it's in multiple places. Okay. But yeah, there's like so many bootlegs. I know like China has different copyright stuff, or maybe just not at all for Western stuff. That's why there's a lot of bootlegs made there, because they just can. But yeah, you're always gonna find people making bootlegs. Alright, this one might take a bit. Just because they're everywhere. Hopefully with Luigi's speed, it won't be too bad. I know I mentioned before that these Explore Everywhere ones I enjoyed more than the timer ones. But having to do these again, it does hurt a little bit. You definitely prefer the timer woods. Just how it is. Let's go around this way. Probably should not try to jump down there. Speed things up. Grab these. Grab that one, hit it down there. Gotta be careful not to step in the honey, because that'd be like death. If I, well, at least if I try to jump and then I end up stumbling down into the black hole, which I've avoided. So good there. Alright, I don't think you're supposed to... I know you can, there's ways to get up this. Because I want to say I did in my Mario playthrough, but maybe I didn't. We'll find the other way. That's probably a good idea instead of wasting a lot of time on that. Alright, let's grab this one. Alright, how do... Oh, yeah, we need to sprout line this. Which doesn't come from here. It comes from breaking this. There we go. And now we're just going to waste that opportunity going... Oh, okay. I didn't literally mean waste it by just missing the coins. Come on. Just let me grab that one coin. Okay, no. Let's go all the way back again. Oh, for one gosh dang coin. Now we gotta go back. Not even halfway yet. Gosh dang. Careful not to fall off. Bee mushroom really would have helped here, but obviously they just don't let you have it. Be careful, I'll not slip off. Just create that little bridge, because why not? Carefully grab these. Get in there. These up here. Obviously got that one over there, but we're gonna worry about that one a little bit. So we're gonna be going down there anyways. Okay, camera, that's not really being helpful. There's some up here too, right? Yep. Grab these. Don't miss them, please. And now we just have that last bit. Come on. I was really risking to make sure, or I was really taking a risk there. I wasn't fully sure where the platform was in relation to that, and I could have gotten myself just like it made me have to start all the way over again, which would have been annoying on this one. Okay, get that. Grab these all the way over here. And now we just have the 5 on the slope. Hopefully I don't miss them. Just don't move. And there we go. Make our way back and collect our star. Okay, that's definitely one of the longer ones. Of course, sea slide's also pretty long. But we'll get through it. Save game? Yes, because I don't want to do that again. Alright, why am I here? There's obviously going to be no more purple comets there. And they're just gone again. Alright. Back to knock off Honeyhive. Let's not accidentally go in the library. Gonna make us to trap us. Rosalie will just trap us there until she reads the whole story to us. Alright, let's grab our bee mushroom and get going. Thought that would lead to it a little more easily, but good thing that being halfway through the cloud didn't just remove my bee mushroom as soon as I got it. We're not gonna bother with you. I know this is risky, but we'll be fine. Just get the mana bugs. I don't need to worry myself with them. Technically speaking, that one maybe could have taken away my B form, which would have been bad. Now we go here. I totally needed to be told that was the way to go. Alright, let's go beat up this underground gunner. Barely a challenge. Looks like the only underground gunner version that's moderately difficult is the one in Toy Time. Well, one thing, he doesn't shoot you with water, he shoots you with electricity, but also that's the one where you have to use the spring mushroom, and the spring mushroom sucks. But we're not there yet, so we're not going to worry about it. Alright, time for another check of the purple comets. Yep, we got them in several ones. We also have a cosmic comet, but we're going to worry about that one later. What am I doing? Stop doing such jank movement at times. Again, why am I doing that movement? Alright, let's see. So, Battlerocks, just auto-scrolling. These will be pretty simple and easy. It made the platform move just a little bit faster. Don't miss the purple coin. That would be really stupid of me. This is completely unnecessary, but we're grabbing it because why not? That is also unnecessary. Well, that was a bit of a mistake. That's going to cost us a lot of time. Gravity just works in weird ways. I mean, not really, because I was still gravitationally bound to this platform. I just didn't realize that the electrical wall would act as like a physical wall. I guess technically the live stream helped there, but only delayed the inevitable. That's how you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to do whatever dumb thing I was doing before. Same thing but worse, and just easy. Alright, no problems this time. And there we go. Just going to be doing these constantly throughout the remainder of this run. Alright, I'm assuming we're just going to have to continue on our way, because the other comets aren't out yet. Cycles are really annoying, honestly. They just go from all being up at once to none of them being up at all. Like, just alternate between which ones you do. I don't have to keep jumping up and down and up and down. Alright, what next? Is it toy time? No, it's sea slide, right? This is toy time. Yep. This will still take a bit to get through, but it won't be that bad. Everyone acts like Guppy's just the greatest evil when, you know, he's perfectly willing to help you out. I mean, like, yeah, he is definitely a bit territorial, but, like, you don't even really kick him out, and he's... Well, like I said before, he's willing to help out. Alright, let's grab that. I don't want to drown, because Luigi has horrible lung capacity for some reason. Of course, the shell makes so we don't need to swim, do a bunch of spinning. Makes everything much easier for us. Trying to catch up, which is mildly concerning. Because I know when I did his thing in Deep Dark, I went too fast and then he knocked me back. And then I just missed the last ring and I had to do that section all over again. So, you know, you don't want to go too fast with Guppy. I'm going to check for comets here first before I check elsewhere. Alright, purple coin comet. This one is an easy one. This timer challenge, go up the observation deck. That being said, I do think there's a pretty noticeable pattern. It's like every other star. I almost just fell to my death right off the bat. Lovely. Alright, let's grab these. Long jump, don't backflip. Luigi's flippier movement makes this a little more annoying to do, but it's still fine. Yep, I got 50. We're good. Now we have these here. So that's a little bit of a time loss, but it's fine. Go all the way around again. Should have 70. Well, I have a little bit more than 70. Careful about these. And now the final stretch. Nice damage boost to get up. And there we go. I mean, obviously, we still need a star, but, like, that's not going to be much trouble at all. Damage boost again, because why not? Just to show we can. Probably not the wisest thing to do, because I could just as easily mess that up. But we didn't. There's probably going to be no Comet. So let's do Sea Slide 2. Then we'll go check for Comets elsewhere. You really? Okay, everyone thought that they were going to start me over at the other spot. I mean, I should have remembered that they start you over here. They bait you into thinking it's the other spot, but it's not. Alright, do not use spins. Use normal swimming technique. Until you get the shell, and then it's over. And now we just speed past them while making sure we do not run out of air. So it's a little closer than I would have hoped, but we're fine. As long as we don't lose this shell. Which, I mean, it's possible, but, like, hopefully I don't mess up that badly. Well, okay, yeah, we really just left them behind in the dust. They really should have used shells too, instead of, you know, giving up and letting me go ahead of everyone else. Alright, now we can go back and grab a purple comet elsewhere, hopefully. Probably do space junk next. Assuming it has purple comet, of course. You never know. That being said, we have a hungry Luma, so maybe not. But I'm still gonna check. I can tell there are comments. I just need to make sure this one. Yep. Okay. This one won't take very long at all. And then we go to Sand Spiral. Then it's back. Well, it's doing another purple comet. Then it's back to Sea Slide. Keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Probably not the most efficient way of doing things, but it's fine. Alright, let's try to not die a painful death. That would kind of suck. Well, they made it really easy. So, that's done. Lickety split. Don't slide off the edge, Luigi. I really could have messed up that jump, but we didn't. So we're good. Thank goodness. Alright, now we gotta do Sand Spiral. And should be good. I probably should unlock the red star, but it's fine. Would make going back and forth a lot easier. We'll go around the long way. Alright, platforms work with me here. How much do you want, buddy? 1,000. There's still like 2 more Hungry Lumas, I think. 1 around Gateway Galaxy and 1 around the garden. I think. So I think we need, like, at most a total of 3,200 more Starbits. I don't remember. But then after that point, we shouldn't really need to worry about Starbits anymore. Alright, so I did Boo Mario last time. Let's do B Mario. Hopefully it doesn't make it much, much harder. Get trounced. What do you have to say? You sure don't look like you've been sitting here all day eating bee mushrooms. Almost got myself killed. Off to a great start. The Boo really does make this a lot easier. Like, you can't accidentally do that as a Boo. Can you just... Who needs the Rainbow Star when you can just cheese it? I mean, like, it's not that hard to cheese it anyways, even with the Rainbow Star. But, like, come on, why bother B Mario all the way to the end? Boo Mario can't do that, at least. It should be one of the kitchen galaxies now, right? 40 stars left. Ish. Technically, 2 more stars I need to get after that. Kitchen. Let's take this route. Beach Bowl. This is going to take some time. Should have done the bedroom. Unless it was like, a bedroom could have given me Freezeflame. So maybe not. Fine. I'm going to start going this way. I think I remember them saying that there was like 4 coins underwater. So I'm just going to assume that's true. Alright, should be all the coins underwater. Now we gotta get the rest of the ones above water. Grab these. Good enough for me. Let's try to avoid using the spring mushroom. I don't want to use it. Also, it's kind of funny that I think this will technically be our first encounter with the spring mushroom in the Luigi playthrough. Which is kind of funny if you think about it. Right, you can't wall jump off that because the game is a jerk. Imagine this actually being like your first run through with the spring mushroom and you're just like, huh? Like, why? Also, of course, like, you lose all the movement options and it's just, come on. Get the coins! I don't really want to be Spring Luigi any longer than I have to. Don't make me be him for longer than I need him up here. No. Alright, let's get rid of Spring Luigi. Fortunately, we don't actually need the spring mushroom to get up here. Alright, come on, you can make it up there, Luigi. See, that wasn't so hard. We'll get up here. That's, I mean, we need, you know what, fine, with the spring mushroom. Alright, I've had enough spring mushroom, I hope. Okay, yeah, there's no coins over there. Yep, get rid of it, thank you. Alright, now we just need this one. Don't fall off, please. Just a few more coins to go. We're free from this one. Missed most of those. Okay. Just need to grab these last few ones and we can be done. See, obviously, there's the one on Coach's head that I just haven't touched yet. There's another one I'm missing? That's not good. Where is the other one? There wasn't 5 underwater, was there? Yeah, I can see that one. I'm saving that one for last. Maybe you guys excuse me, can tell me. Okay, there's 5. I thought there was only 4. My mistake. Let me go fix that. And where was last? Underwater. Because I am having a slight bit of an issue finding it, actually. Oh boy, okay, it's right over here. Okay, that one's done. So I'll admit we didn't get as much stars this time as I was hoping. I would have liked to have the game all finished up by next stream, but I don't think we're gonna quite make it. So probably what's gonna happen is we're gonna get very close next stream, but we're gonna need another stream after that in order to beat the game. Probably throw in some Colossal Caverns with Pikmin 2. Maybe we'll actually finish that run. But yeah. Obviously we'll be continuing this on Tuesday. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you all next time.